Okay guys, we're back out here. I gotta clean up. This is done. We're done with this. So, let's clean up a little bit before we move on. I don't know how it looks to you guys, but that's cleaner than me without hosing it. So, 2 full garbage bags and the bucket's gone. And I finally have a garbage pail again. Even cleaned off the bench and put the shit back on it. So still working. Now we can walk around. So the floor always looks like crap because it's chipped up. But yeah, it's a little better. I think we'll sneak in here later in the week when it's dark out with the electric blower and blow this place out so nobody sees. Shh. Definitely don't want to do it with the gas one. You don't want to spray that crap all over the car. So with that said, we got to get working again. I want to get this window in. So that's very soon on the list. And it's time to take off this rocker molding. As you guys can see, it's partly off already. And time to take off this door panel. Time to get rid of both these door panels. Actually, all 4 of them. Time to get this off. Time to strip all over here. So we get working. So this is going to be fun. This is definitely going to be fun. That's pushed out from what I can see. Well, it's pushed in, but it's pushed out all at the same time. We're going to have a fun time working that. I know I'm going to. I know that's going to cause some cursing before it's over. So, that's what sucks on a door that's just a half round. You know what I mean? So, I don't think we have any other... There's no rust, and I don't see any other dents besides this area right here. So, but we're not doing this next. We're getting this done. Trying to get all the patches done. Is what we're going to do. So, it's going to be inside and outside, just like last time. And it looks like I got a little blistering in the front, very mild. So maybe that'll just be an outside one. Call it good. We'll go as far as this one takes. This one appears worse, obviously, because it got trapped in this wood tone. I think the other one blistered and allowed the water to come out. Yeah, this rusted through and got stuck behind the wood tone. So it'll be probably the same thing. We'll probably come out, go as far as we can, make it right. So, like I said, it doesn't seem like a productive day, but sometimes you gotta do this to move on. So, gotta grab my friend's trailer to get the motor out of here. Mini bikes and snow blowers. So, my trailer's full. Okay, so I'm gonna grind this back a little bit, see what we got. I don't know who to call for this. Who do you call, Chip Foose or Norm Abrams? And for you guys that don't know who Norm Abrams is, Norm Abrams was that master woodworker that got it in the pooper by Bob Vila. Bob Vila rode him out for every penny he could. But, okay. That's a different story. Okay, I'm just gonna start grinding back here because we're gonna cut it out anyway, so it's not like whatever. I just want to see how far it is in the front. We just have a little metal or something to do. How's that? Okay, guys, this is where common sense is gonna help. Even though it's gonna suck to begin with, but if you remember, this is not a 90 degree. That does not matter one bit. What matters is this is flat, but it does have a bow to it. Okay, so there's a point where it's no longer flat, and we can go past that line I just drew. I would have to bow it this way to make it exact for you guys, which is going to be like hard for doing the camera. But there we're still flat, and actually there was still flat, very close to it. Close enough. But I don't want to go up that high. I mean, that's really far up past the thing. I got a feeling it went through here It came out the outside, not the inside, but I'm sure it's rusty in there. So my initial cut will be down here. Like I always say, I'm going to cut it small, then I can cut it bigger. I don't mind cutting it bigger. So I know here's going to be rusty on the backside. So I'm going to pick it like right up here, which is well below my line. You know what I mean? And I'll decide how far I go. Those are nice. Because this I could poke through. What's funny about this side is there is zero swelling on the lip. But you could see the rust spots here, so I know there's a problem with this piece. But this has no swelling or bulging anywhere. Okay? So that's a good thing. So wherever I choose to go, it's not like I'm going to miss it and there's an area that's going to blow out later. Okay, this is all soft right here. I'm poking through with a screwdriver. Okay, with not much effort. Doesn't really matter. Then I get nothing, and then this looks like a surface spot of rust that apparently was under the molding, because here's the white, here's the wood tone, so that would have been under the molding, and I get nothing there. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to be able to see behind it, is I'm going to bring it to like right here. Okay, for my first cut. Keep this patch realistically good. In the intentions of cutting it to the other side of that. But instead of making like 25 cuts, I'm making a big cut down to here, which would be no reason for, from what I could tell. I'm just going to cut it a little early and just look back there. Just to see what it is. Because I'm going to fine tune the hole to begin with. Then what we'll do is after we cut it, we'll grind this edge, take the piece off, and the backside will fall off, and we'll reshape this. If you remember, we'll use the back piece. I still have those pieces to form it, and we will see. I mean, you can see how rusty the back piece is. So there you go. And once you pick away the little things, you can see the pinholes forming. Now, like I said, like anything else, can you just goober that? Sure. First time it rains, it'll soak right in, and the problem will start all over again. And we want the water to flow past it and come out the drain slot, wherever that was. Which is over here. How stupid is that? I wonder where they rot. So with that, I'm going to leave that right like that, because I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the door back off. I want to go over there and grind the front. I just want to know what I'm in for. Would I love to just cut the bottom of the door off and make a complete bottom and slip it on? Sure. Will it work? No. When I'm done, will the door be so warped that I'll have a gallon of Bondo in it? Yes. That I know. The only reason I say it is I have a patch here, little dent there, little foot slip, and then I see a little blister in there, which I'm hoping is just going to be a quick outside patch. The other side didn't have it or any rust on the inside. So, obviously, this side's always worse because of the salt, and your tire's kicking it up. So, let's grind that a little, take a look. Let's not make this video too long. Okay. That's nothing, that's still primer. Right here. And I see a little there. Maybe. And I think there. Don't fool yourself, guys. If you sent this for a basic paint job, that would be poked in and covered over. And then you'd wonder why the following year, the year after that, you would have blistering. And the body shop will tell you, well, it's nothing they did. We fixed that. Yeah. So, see what we really got. There's another one that looks like you poked through and got stuck behind the wood tone. You can get through it. It takes effort, so there you go. There you go, right there. What would be nice is if the bottom was good and I didn't have to make a patch that curled around. That would be really sweet. If I could even weld it to the... Because it goes down a lot further than it looks. It goes... That's where you think it goes, but it goes down to here. So that's pretty far away. So I'm hoping it's good there. Just put a weld on the edge. That would be nice. And you can feel the paint runs underneath these doors and everywhere else too. But yeah, we'll see. We'll strip this thing back, and this will be the same thing. I'll go in there with my cut-off wheel. I'll cut a square to like above the lip in the back, so I don't cut through the lip. So like right here, and we'll look. And if it's shit, maybe we can get away with just putting a piece and then wrapped around the back, and not this front edge, because we're a decent distance from there. But if I see any signs of parking back here, I should be able to see this clear as day. If I see any kinds of parking, then we'll go around. So it's not a matter of trying to cut corners, it's a matter of trying to get the best possible repair. And the easiest, obviously. So, yeah, I didn't see any of this on the other door. So, but if you put it to scale, the other hole wasn't that big on the other door. So, I mean, could this happen on the car a year from now? Sure. How would I know? I'm not going to cut the car apart for no reason. And to answer the Concord against the Nova question, I think this car, I'm just guesstimating, going by all the other ones I have and what I know it weighs. I think this thing's going to be about 400 pounds lighter. Should have about another 150 horse without the nitrous. It's got another full turn in the gears. Has a converter. And obviously the shift kit. So, sorry, Ruben. I hope you can read my plate at the end.